Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, I hope that you all are fine and taking your online classes regularly and trying your level best to complete your home assignment. मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप ऑनलाइन क्लासेस को डेली रेगुलरली ले रहे होंगे और अच्छी तरह समझ भी रहे होंगे और साथ साथ ही जो असाइंड टास्क और होमवर्क है उसको भी कंप्लीट डे बाय डे साइड बाय साइड कर रहे होंगे इंशाल्लाह. Yes students, as you know that we have completed our text topic along with the grammar topic, and now today we are moving towards our English composition topic, which is a piece of descriptive writing. Before moving towards the topic, let us understand what is descriptive writing. Descriptive writing is a piece of writing in which a person, place or an object is described. The purpose of descriptive writing is to describe a person or place or an object in such a way that a picture is formed in the reader's mind. Means readers have the same knowledge and information about the person, the place or an object as the writer has. Descriptive writing का मकसद क्या होता है कि पढ़ने वाले के जहन में एक ऐसा इमेज क्रिएट हो जाए, वही तस्वीर बिल्कुल वो मंजर कशी हो जाए उस चीज़ की, उस शख्स की या उस जगह की जिसके बारे में डिस्क्राइब किया जा रहा है, और पढ़ने वाले को भी उतनी ही नॉलेज और इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाए जितनी के बताने वाले को है या कंपोज करने वाले को है. Let us discuss the essential elements of a descriptive writing. A descriptive writing must have vivid sensory details. It means that it should attract readers' sense of sight, hearing, touch, smell and taste. Descriptive writing लिखते वक्त आपको इस बात का ख्याल होना चाहिए कि आप पढ़ने वाले के सारे सेंसेस को, एंड यू नो वेल अबाउट द सेंसेस. व्हाट आर 5 सेंसेस? साइट, हियरिंग, टच, स्मेल एंड टेस्ट. आपको टॉपिक से रेलिवेंट सेंसेस को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए पढ़ने वाले के सेंसेस पे आपको एक तरह से आपको टारगेट करना है कि उनके सेंसेस को आप अट्रैक्ट कर सकें, यानी कि देखने वाला देखने में भी इंटरेस्ट ले, उसको पढ़ने में उसको ऐसा लगे कि वो उन चीज़ों को सुन रहा है, महसूस कर रहा है. द एग्जैक्ट वर्ड वी कैन से इट, he or she can feel the person, place or an object that you are going to describe or that you want to describe. You must use figurative language in your descriptive writing. Means you have to use similes and metaphors. Yes students, a good descriptive writing often makes use of figurative language to help paint the picture in the reader's mind. There are many ways to use figurative language, and it is a talent that should be practiced until perfected. Let us understand what is simile and what is metaphor. A simile is a word used to compare two unlike things. तो unlike एक जैसी चीज़ें जो ना हो उनको आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो, जैसे कि her smile is like a sunshine. उसकी मुस्कुराहट सूरज की रोशनी की तरह है, fresh. And metaphor is used to compare two unlike things but without using like or as. इसमें हम like और as का इस्तेमाल किए बगैर डायरेक्टली कंपेयर कर देते हैं. Like her smile was a light that lit up the room. उसकी मुस्कुराहट एक रोशनी की तरह, एक रोशनी थी. इस तरह से हम एक ऑब्जेक्ट को, एक किसी भी चीज़ को डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं और लोगों को इमेजिनरी वर्ल्ड में लेके जा सकते हैं by using figurative language. Students, you have to use precise detail, means brief detail, not very much. और बहुत डिटेल नहीं होना चाहिए, डिटेल ऐसी होनी चाहिए जो precise हो, brief हो, specific हो. Try not to use general words. Use specific details for the person, place or object to make it more unique and different from others. Your organization should be careful. You must take care to organize carefully, chronologically, in a chronological order. What is chronological order? क्या होता है chronological order? You have to arrange the things in order. Order में arrange करें careful organization के ज़रिए. Because a good descriptive writing should be arranged in careful organization. Why? Because the most important topics should be put up in the beginning or in the end, especially when you describe a person. Dominant impression. What is dominant impression? It is a necessary element of descriptive writing. How? Because a dominant impression gives the person a sense that how the object, place, person you are describing look like, कि वो कैसी नज़र आती है, कैसी दिखती है. आप अपने वर्ड्स को जो है वो इस तरह पेश करेंगे कंपोजिशन अपने कंपोज करने में कि वो ऐसा लगेगा कि आप उसको डिफरेंटली बिल्कुल यूनिक वे में डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं. एंड यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ सिंगल थीम फॉर द होल टॉपिक, अ सेंट्रल थीम फॉर द टॉपिक, बिकॉज यू हैव टू शो, डोंट टेल. I know that you have come across this term before, show, don't tell. Because you have to use those words to build up a picture in your reader's mind. Don't just tell them things, let them see it in their mind. Okay, I hope you have got a lot about descriptive writing. You have to write in using sensory details, using figurative language. Your details should be precise, your organization should be careful, and you have to use dominant impressions in your writing. Okay, I hope this is all about descriptive writing, and I hope that you have got a lot. Now moving to steps of writing a descriptive essay. As you know that we have to write our descriptive essay, and you are well aware because you have learned a lot that how can we write an essay. Today I am going to discuss that how can we write a descriptive essay, and I have written some steps of writing. First we have to brainstorm about the topic. As I have the topic, we have to write an essay on my favorite personality. You have to write about a person you admire a lot. Okay, so the topic is my favorite personality, so you have to brainstorm first. You have to research, you have to gather information about your favorite personality. Whatever or whoever your favorite personality is, you have to collect details about the personality. Then you have to write your draft or rough copy or a first copy. Before finalizing the topic, you have to write a draft, okay, in which you will use all these necessary elements of descriptive writing. You have to use adjectives and phrases and the information which is dominant, which is necessary or important detail, and in briefly or precisely you have to describe your essay. Okay, so as I have told you that you have to write an essay on my favorite personality. These are the things you should include about your favorite personality. After gathering details or researching, you have to write your draft, in which you will write about the early life of the person, his or her childhood, about education, about political career or his aim of life or goal of life, then his rewards, his achievements. If he is a writer or he is a poet, then you can write the name of books, and in the end the last days of his life, and about if he is ill, and the last days of his life, and about his sad demise or death. You can write the dates and the place of burial, etc. Okay students, I hope that you have got that what I want to say. Here I have selected or chosen a topic, my favorite personality, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So I am going to tell you that how can I start the topic by using the introductory lines, and then early life, childhood, education, political career, and then as you know that he is the founder of Pakistan, that's why I have written here, and after that I will tell you about his illness and sad demise. But first I would like to tell you that how can we start a topic on favorite personality. You have to write introductory lines, and in these lines what you have to say, what you have to tell. You have to tell that why do you like this personality? What is the reason behind this? Okay. Now students, in my introductory line, students, I have collected some lines that how can you start the essay? Yes students, these are my starting lines. I have read about many heroes in history, but my favorite personality is Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan. Now I am going to tell you the reason that why I like this personality. I like him very much because of his honesty, intelligence, devotion, and his hard struggle. Okay? This is how you can write about your favorite personality and the reason that why, what is the reason behind this, that why do you like your favorite personality. Then you have to introduce your favorite personality. As I have chosen Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, due to this I will tell you about his early life, that his name is Muhammad Ali Jinnah, his father's name was Jinnah Punja and his mother's name was Mithi Bai Jinnah. He was born in Karachi on 25th December 1876, as you know well. Okay? He was belonged to a middle class family. His father was a merchant. I am going to tell you about his childhood. He spent his childhood in Karachi. Coming to the education, after his matriculation, he was sent to England for higher education. He got his early education from his hometown, Karachi, and then after completing his matriculation, he was sent to England for higher education. He was a keen and upright student. You have to tell the qualities of your favorite personality here, that how he is by nature. He studied law deeply and obtained law degree in distinguished grade. He qualified from Lincoln's Inn as a brilliant lawyer and returned to India. Then you have to tell something about his political career. You have to collect points like his political career. As you know that he started his practice in Bombay, and then soon he was recognized as a brilliant and topmost lawyer. He adopted English language for his profession throughout his life because he was fluent in English. He was a successful lawyer of India. Once Advocate General of Bombay invited him to work from his chamber, but he refused. It was the peak time of his popularity. On his return from England, after completing his education, he joined Indian National Congress in 1906. But soon he left it for the cause of Muslims. He joined Muslim League. Quaid-e-Azam joined All India Muslim League in 1913. He worked hard for the Muslims and inspired the Muslims of India with his glorious vision, sincerity and dedication. He worked hard for a separate homeland of Muslims. Students, if you have chosen another personality, and I hope that you will write about your favorite personality, then you have to write the aim of life, the goals of his life, and then the achievements and accomplishments of his life and rewards that he got in his life. You have to tell about all these things. As you know that after a very hard struggle, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the founder of Pakistan, and he got Pakistan after a very hard struggle and devotion. Due to this, I am going to tell you that what he got, what is his accomplishment, what is Quaid-e-Azam's achievement. And if you choose another personality, so you have to tell his achievement. Okay? आपको यहाँ पर सबसे पहले पर्सनालिटी के इंट्रोडक्टरी लाइंस में आपको ये बताना होगा कि आपने उस पर्सनालिटी को क्यों पसंद किया है. उसके बाद जो पर्सनालिटी आप चूज़ करेंगे उनकी अर्ली लाइफ, कहाँ पैदा हुए, उनका बचपन कैसा गुजरा, हाउ डिड ही गेट एजुकेशन, फ्रॉम वेयर ही डिड ही गेट एजुकेशन, ये सब डिटेल्स आपको बतानी होंगी. If he is a political personality, then you have to tell about his political career. अगर वो political personality नहीं है, वो कोई poet है या वो कोई writer है या वो कोई religious personality है या कोई और आप कोई स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन आप चूज़ कर रहे हैं, तो आपको उनका एम ऑफ लाइफ, उनका गोल ऑफ लाइफ बताना होगा. आपको अपनी सिलेक्टेड और चूजन पर्सनालिटी के अकॉर्डिंग जो है वो पॉइंट्स कलेक्ट करने होंगे और उसी के रेलिवेंट आपको जो है वो इसको इसी तरह क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में, एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, इन ऑर्डरली चलना होगा बिल्कुल। और इस तरह आपको साथ साथ अपनी फेवरेट पर्सनालिटी के जो कलेक्टेड पॉइंट्स हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग अपना रफ ड्राफ्ट कंपोज करना होगा। ओके, नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू दैट हाउ कायद-ए-आज़म गॉट पाकिस्तान। Qaid-e-Azam realized the world that Hindu and Muslims are two nations. Their religion and customs are different from each other. That's why on 14 August 1947, it was the day when Pakistan was founded. In this way, the new Muslim country Pakistan appeared on the map of the world with the struggle of Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And after the foundation of Pakistan, he was elected as the first Governor General of Pakistan. He worked day and night for Pakistan, and due to this, he suffered from a very dangerous disease, tuberculosis. He has been suffering from tuberculosis since 1930. Only his sister and few close friends knew about his disease, his illness. His sister realized that the weather of Karachi is not good for him. Due to this, he took him up to Quetta, city of Balochistan, due to the weather conditions. And there in 1948, he left this world because his health had been breaking down under heavy pressure of national building work. He died on 11th September 1948 and he was buried at Karachi. In the same way, students, you have to collect details about your favorite personality. As I have told you, you have to write the introductory lines in which you will write that how do you like your favorite personality or the person you admire most, because writing a descriptive essay or describe a person you admire can be a fantastic way of developing your writing skills. It will enhance your writing skills, inshallah, and you will write very effectively, inshallah. And I hope that you have got all the details and you will compose your essay on my favorite personality very creatively. This is your homework for today. You have to write an essay on my favorite personality, but before composing the final draft or final copy, you have to write a rough draft with a pencil. You have to make a map with a pencil first by using this map. Okay, you have to note it down in your composition portion. You have to make a composition portion in your grammar copy. Then first write rough draft, then rewrite or reread first and rewrite the topic again with final. यानी कि आपको पहले एक रफ ड्राफ्ट कंपोज करना होगा, पहले आपको इसी तरह से मैप बनाना होगा विद अ पेंसिल, अपनी फेवरेट पर्सनैलिटी के अकॉर्डिंग बनाएंगे, एंड देन यू हैव टू नोट डाउन दीज पॉइंट्स विद अ पेंसिल एंड राइट योर ड्राफ्ट, यानी कि एक रफ फॉर्म में आप पहले अपना एसे कंपोज कर लें. रिमेंबर गर्ल्स, यू नो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एसे एंड पैराग्राफ. यू हैव टू राइट एन एसे, ओके, हैविंग डिफरेंट पैराग्राफ्स. तो आपको एक ऐसे कंपोज करना है, पहले रफली उसको कंपोज कीजिएगा, उसको चेक कीजिएगा. इफ़ इट हैज़ सम ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक्स और स्पेलिंग एरर्स तो आप उसको सही कर सकते हैं, उसको रीचेक करके उसको ठीक करके फिर फाइनलाइज करके और फेयर कीजिएगा विद द पेन. ओके, होप you have gotten understood. If there is any confusion, you can watch the video again and note the points again. Okay, see you in the next class. Till then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.